fellow truth seekers, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Midnight Myths and Mysteries. I'm your host, Joseph Robert Buckley, and with me as always is my co-host, Trevor McCandless.
Hey Joe, thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, hi Trevor, how are you doing today?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to learn about some kind of a monster.
On today's episode, we will be heading down to southern Illinois to track down the elusive Murphysboro mud monster. So what do you think of the show so far, Trevor?
I mean, well, we're not even like 2 minutes in, and it's fine, I guess. I mean, I'm getting paid, so.
Look, no, it's fine. We don't need to talk about that. This is my new show, and we don't need to talk about the old show or why everything went wrong.
Well, I mean, you know, we got it. So, I, Joseph Robert Buckley, the undersigned individual, which thankfully you did sign this, Joe. He didn't have to sign this. Do hereby relinquish creative control for the television concept of Midnight Myths and Mysteries. I understand that WQVT retains all rights to the concept and content created in perpetuity. I don't know what that is. I also recognize that a WQVT staff member will need to fill the co-host position in order for Midnight Myths and Mysteries to be picked up and broadcast. If I were to attempt to interfere with any of the above conditions, I will lose my spot on the show and will no longer be allowed to submit projects for broadcast. I must also acknowledge that I am not allowed to use any bathrooms.
No, that's enough!
Joe, you know I gotta read this. I must also acknowledge that I am not allowed to use the bathroom of any WQVT facility, as I consistently clog the toilets with my immense defecations. Again, Joe, you did sign this, so...
You clog it one time, and now I'm legally barred from using a bathroom? Jesus fucking Christ.
So I'm Trevor. I'm the supervising producer here for the Midnight Madness block of WQVT, which is a locally curated programming block of mature content.
On every episode of my new show, Trevor and I will be exploring the unexplainable. Everything from mysterious folklore, the cryptids, to other weird shit. Since we... Ugh, gotta get loose. Since we are filming live via the WQVT digital network, we will be able to take calls and comments from you, the viewers at home. Please do not insult my mother. No, don't call.
So what are we talking about today, Joe? What's today's topic?
Ooh, the Murphysboro mud monster, aka the big muddy monster.
Tell me all about it, Joe.
All right, let's get into this.
Yeah.
Sorry, just gotta pull up the template.
Okay.
So, Trevor, what do you know about the Murphysboro mud monster?
Nothing. He looks like that, I think.
Well, maybe. That's based on eyewitness sketches.
Well, that's good enough for me. This is everything I know about this thing.
Okay, it might as well be a photo.
I assume it's from Murphysboro, which you earlier tonight, I think, told me was in southern Illinois.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so not too far from us.
Yeah, no, we're probably spitting distance.
I don't know how good you are at spitting, Joe.
Oh, I'm very good. I'm better at that than swallow. Yeah. On every episode, I'll be... Sorry, let me get this one kind of memorized so that way I can look in the camera.
You're good.
Okay. On every episode, I will be sharing a detailed overview of the latest sighting or event around the topic we're discussing. But before I do that, I will give Trevor a history lesson on everything to do with the Murphysboro mud monster.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, on every episode, I'll be giving an overview of the latest sight...
I know this, Joe.
Oh, okay. I can do it at the camera.
Sorry, let me get this one kind of memorized so that way I can look in the camera.
On every episode, I'm going to be giving a detailed overview of the latest sighting or event. But before we do that, let's get into a little bit of the history of the Murphysboro mud monster.
Yeah.
Alright, so the Murphysboro mud monster has been described as being an almost 8-foot-tall, 400-pound albino gorilla-like creature.
Okay.
Its eyes are albino red, and it has matted white hair covered in streaks of mud.
Oh, so it's just like dirty. It's like a dirty bear or something?
Well, kind of, yeah, but like, just picture
well, it said
dirty,
ape-like, though,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay.
Picture a dirty, like, chimpanzee covered in mud, though. Like, if you've seen a chimpanzee with mud, 10 times the amount of mud that you were thinking of originally, okay?
Sure, yeah, got it.
Okay.
It's like I'm looking at it right now.
Well, no, not quite like that, but yeah, I get your point. we have actual audio of the Big Muddy Monster. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let it rip.
I would like to warn younger viewers that this audio may be a bit disturbing. You might want to go grab your mommy or daddy and have them hold your hand whenever you're watching this.
They're probably asleep, but sure.
That's proof.
Is this leaked audio from when you clogged that toilet?
No, that's not leaked audio from when I clogged the toilet. This is the Murphysboro Mud Monster.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Isn't that what we called you when you clogged this toilet?
No, that's not what you called me. We're not even in Murphysboro. So what do you think so far of it?
Of what?
Of the monster.
The monster. I mean,
yes.
It's interesting. It's but honestly, I think the most interesting part is that it's so close to us.
Absolutely, it's a hike away.
I mean, so far it's just sort of not really buying any of it. Okay. I guess.
Well, I do have a lot of eyewitness accounts and actual like police reports were involved with this creature. I've got a lot of good stuff here.
Okay. Well, let's go into it.
Okay. So it was initially spotted 30 times over a 2-week period in the summer of 1973.
Okay, so that's not too long ago.
No, it wasn't, and it was all in or around Murphysboro, Illinois.
Okay, well that's good. Centrally located.
Because it is called the Murphysboro Mud Monster.
Well, as you can see here, folks, yes, of course.
So the first sighting was in June 25th. 2 young lovers were necking in a parked car near the Big Muddy River.
Necking?
Yeah. And let me tell you, you don't want to be too muddy whenever you're necking, because you could lose your gum in there, and that'd be a pain and a half to get out. Well, who's gonna waste a big red stick?
You don't want to get mud in you.
There's a lot of mud already in us, and we just let it out, so you know how that goes. So they were necking near the Big Muddy River, which runs along Murphysboro, Illinois. A gigantic albino Sasquatch-like creature covered in mud leapt out from behind the bushes, scaring the couple so badly they went straight to the police department.
Some big bushes.
Well, yeah, to cover it. Yeah, I think maybe it was a hedge maze. Yeah. Nobody shaved.
This is dumb.
Yeah, nowadays you got like a little pubic triangle.
So stop it.
What? What's wrong with that?
Stop it.
It's a mature edge.
Stop it. Well, that's true. You know what?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Mature edge. Late night.
Yeah, thank you. Asshole. Cockfuck. Dick shit. Fuck. The police did find their story to be credible because the woman was married to another man and saw no reason for them to be lying with so much at stake.
One of the young lovers was married?
Yeah, she was married at the time to a different person.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, so a little bit of infidelity.
Yeah. So okay, so the cops took that as being like, oh, of course this is real. Otherwise, why would she? Okay.
Yeah, they had to be scared by something. So the officers were dispatched to the scene and quickly discovered large footprints in the muddy ground. They were frightened moments later by a monstrous shriek. They left so fast, one of them dropped their gun.
Now that monster's got a gun.
Exactly, it's armed and dangerous.
Well, it's real big though. How big was? What kind of gun is it? Like a handgun?
Pistol, revolver.
So he's trying to shoot it like beep beep beep.
Yeah, like a toy soldier.
Oh, we were fine then. Never mind.
Yeah. So after returning,
it's not like if a monkey got a gun.
After returning with a few more men, they discovered the tracks went into the river, where they could hear the faint splashing and bellowing of a large creature. Yeah.
Okay. You do it better than I do. Folks, I think we've been transported to Murphysboro.
Yeah. Ooh, looks like we've got a live comment coming in, Trevor.
Oh, cool.
I'll pull it up on the screen for you.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah. Squatch Daddy 69 says, I bet the monster was just that lady's husband, trying to find out why she kept coming home bow-legged and smelling of the river.
Oh, maybe a real big fella.
Maybe.
How tall is this thing? 8 feet?
8 foot. And you know what they say about the height and the foot size of the creature?
Easier to spot.
No, they've got a big pack. So, on June 26th, the next night after the first sighting, a 5-year-old boy was busy chasing bugs in his backyard when he saw something that made him run into his house crying. He told his father that he saw a giant ghost near the bushes.
Oh, terrifying.
Yeah. The dad was ready to write it off as an overactive imagination, but the teenage girl next door also saw the pale white cryptid. She said it had glowing red eyes and smelled putrid. The police checked the scene and followed a black slime trail back to the riverbed.
Does this thing...
Have you seen
slime on it now?
Yeah, have you seen Scooby-Doo 2, the live-action one?
No.
Remember that big black slime?
I
thing?
just said I hadn't seen it.
A trained dog led them to a nearby abandoned barn, but refused to go in.
The dog didn't go in?
Yeah, no, the dog would not go in. It was on the ground on its belly. It was barking, shaking. It wouldn't go into this barn. The officer tried to push him in, but he couldn't make any progress on it.
It's weird that they would follow it, but only whatever. Continue.
Yeah, okay.
What happened next?
So the police chief decided to call in the entire department without looking inside, and by the time they arrived, the barn was empty. Yeah, he didn't.
Nobody went in. Nobody went in.
No.
Nope. There wasn't like a window or an open barn door.
No.
Nobody looked through the slats of the wood.
No. He decided to call it
Fuck,
quits.
this isn't real, Joe.
No, it is real. It's an official police story. He stayed outside and waited. And then whenever they were waiting, by the time the rest of the police department got there, the barn was empty. They claimed it slipped out the back while they were waiting.
Slipped at the back? I thought they had the place surrounded.
No, just in the front.
They had the front surrounded.
Yes. Well, not so much surrounded as in there were people near the front.
So a couple of guys were just hanging out in the front with
Yes, yeah, that's more accurate to the story.
You're not looking good, Murphysboro.
Well, I think that's some fine police work. They didn't shoot any children while they were waiting, so that's good on them. Good cops.
I mean, that is a good thing that no kids or presumably any innocent people were shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as far as trying to get to the bottom of
the big muddy
some
monster,
kind of a creature, look inside things.
July 7th. A traveling carnival had come to Murphysboro and were stationed in Riverside Park. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Everybody loves corn dogs.
Yeah.
So 3 carnival workers were hanging around after the park had closed when they heard the carnival's prized ponies whinnying and kicking up a fuss.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yep. When they walked over to make sure that the local teens weren't throwing fireworks at them, they were horrified.
Okay.
Yeah. What else would a teenager in 1973 in Murphysboro have to do for entertainment?
I've never been there. I wasn't around in 1973.
Yeah. If there was a horse within 10 miles, I'm sure the teens would come over with their M80s and just start chucking them.
I thought teens just got high and listened to rock music.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's cow tipping for the 21st century. So,
okay.
Yeah, after word got out of the sighting, a posse of locals decided it was time to kill the bastard.
The monster.
Yeah, the monsters, not
monster.
the teens, not the teens.
Teens are scot-free. Okay, so some good old boys are we're gonna kill this big feller.
Yeah, no, they were all heavily armed. Some of them had shotguns, some of them had pistols, some of them had stun guns or flashlights.
Good old-fashioned mob. Did they get him?
No, the police chief did convince them to hold off on the hunt and bring in an expert to capture the beast.
A Mudman expert or like a Bigfoot expert?
Well, absolutely. I mean,
which one?
Well, kind of both. I mean, this guy is a class act, so they eventually settled on an insurance agent and Sasquatch enthusiast, Harkin Sorkin. Yeah.
Wait, so he's an insurance agent?
Yeah, a man with 2 jobs.
He's a Sasquatch enthusiast.
Yes.
And what was his name?
Harkin Sorkin.
Which is which?
Harkin is the first name, Sorkin is the last.
Okay.
Yeah. So he only managed to find huge footprints and several saplings pulled from the ground.
Okay, I mean, that could be...
Yeah,
those teens sound real bored, and so it could have been them.
Yeah, that could have been them. Yeah.
Okay.
Their 8 tracks broke. Thus concluded the Mudman's 10-day reign of terror. That's it. That's the entirety of the 1973 sightings.
Is there like 74 sightings or
80? Yeah, that's all the sightings in 1973, but there have been several more since then.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, but we're just not going to go into those right at the moment. Right now, what we're going to do is give you some general information on the town of Murphysboro, Illinois.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's a fun place for fun people.
I mean, I don't know anything about it. All I know is they got bored teens.
Yeah.
A mob mentality. Sure, they got a river.
Yeah, a big muddy river.
Is that what it's called?
That's the name, yeah. It's on Google Map. Yeah. Well, what river isn't going to have mud in it?
But to name it that is
this
weird.
is particularly full of mud.
What else?
Okay.
Those are the things I know about Murphysboro.
Yeah, here's what you might not know. Murphysboro was established in September 1843.
Didn't know that. Great.
Yeah,
cool.
The name for the new town was decided when William C. Murphy's name was drawn from a hat containing the 3 commissioners who chose the new location.
So they just picked some guy, hey you, this is your town now.
Yes,
This is Buckleyville.
Yeah, I'm the mayor of Cheesemanville.
I need to go back to McCandless. No.
Okay, that's fine.
As a joke, Joe.
Oh, I get you. I
Not a
understand
funny
comedy.
joke. Not a funny joke, but it's a joke.
Yeah. I know some good comedy. You want to hear one?
No, I'm good. So this is named after, wasn't John Murphy?
William C. Murphy.
William C. Murphy.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a contest.
You-
Old-timey, literally just whoop.
Yeah. The 3 commissioners
Ridiculous.
who chose the location, their names are put in the hat, and 1 out of 3, this guy won. On March 18, 1925, 234 people were killed when the tri-state tornado hit Murphysboro.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
What year is this?
1925.
Oh, so there's no stopping it.
No.
Well, I don't know why I say that. Like we have tornado stopping machines now or something.
Yeah, we have tornado guns now.
But well, anti-tornado guns.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean there was wow.
Yep.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Murphysboro was essentially destroyed.
Shit.
Another F5 did affect the area on December 18, 1957.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, this place is tornado central.
Yeah. Wow.
So Murphysboro is also the setting for Tammy, a 2014 comedy film starring Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's what?
Do you remember this fine film?
I mean, kinda. I know it exists. I don't think I ever saw it.
Okay.
I don't even know what it's about really. Is that the one with Jason Bateman? No, that's Identity something or other. I don't know.
No, that was The Dark Knight.
That's right. That Melissa McCarthy vehicle, The Dark Knight.
Yeah. But here's a clip from the movie. We can just check it out now.
Great.
Tammy, I'm terminating your employment at Topper Jacks.
Yeah, see, that's some comedy. Ooh, looks like we've got another live comment. Murphman says they didn't even film that movie here. If they had, then you would have seen the mud monster in the background. Hollywood hacks taking our culture and don't even have the guts to show the real Burrow. I'd still bang her. Oh, and also, whenever I was doing my research, I found some more videos you might enjoy.
Okay, sure. Yeah, what are these other videos of?
Okay, so I have a genuine Murphysboro tourism video.
Oh.
That's not really the interesting part.
Okay.
But while we watch this, keep a very close eye on the background of some of these shots, okay?
Took my breath away. Down 57, there's a piece of heaven for every girl and boy.
Okay, kind of looks like the area around here, which is interesting.
basically.
Wanna make a home
Zap!
out of some
What the fuck? Wait,
What was that?
Turn that back.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
There.
He's hanging out with everybody. He's got a beer or a cocktail or something.
Yeah. Well, no, I actually wasn't talking about that. Over in the background, you can actually see Big Jebediah passed out on the lawn right there in the right-hand corner.
And who is that? Is that?
Oh, he's another local legend.
Well, it's nice to see that they can kind of poke fun at themselves and include
Yeah, the
the
big
mud
muddy monster
and,
into a
and
tourism
that
video.
it's not like a boogeyman type situation. Still, you know, that's good. That's good.
Absolutely.
That's good.
So they do have an annual craft beer festival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's actually called the Big Muddy Monster Brew Fest.
Oh Lord, really?
Yeah, it is. So here's the little.
So they're
ad for
really
that.
just.
Yeah, they're really milking this thing.
I mean, that's great. Good for them.
Some people do allege that all of these stories were made up to bring in tourism into the surrounding
Well,
area.
I mean,
but
yeah, like
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if I believe it.
You've heard the stories. You know the legend.
I just heard the
And now
stories.
the Big Muddy Monster Brewfest is back at Riverside Park in Murphysboro. And this time it's
God.
bringing along more than 300 different
300 craft
beers.
beers.
Tickets are only $35, and for craft beer fanatics, Imperial tickets are only $50. Enjoy
There he
local
is.
food,
He looks like a
live
shadow.
music, and chill with
Yeah,
Cam
oh,
and
he's
the
getting his buzz
Walkers.
on.
300 different
Let me tell you,
It's
this man can
coming,
pull back a
21st,
Heineken.
2017, the Big Muddy Monster
Get your
Brewfest.
tickets at BigMuddyMonsterBrewFest.com before it's too late.
Sponsored by Silkworm.
That's great. When was that? That's a recent video.
Yeah, no, that was in
2017.
It's
Wow.
still going on to this day.
That's great.
This
Good
is
for
a
them.
town that's proud of its history.
I mean, hey, if you got to make up history, you got to make up history. That's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Oh, there is actually a local band who decided to do a tribute song to the Big Muddy Monster.
Okay.
I present you the Porky's music video of the...
Porky's is the name of the band.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's like the P-O-R-K-E-E.
Oh, Porky's.
Yeah, but this song's called The Big Muddy
boy.
Monster.
Okay. What the fuck? What is this?
It's like the Beatles.
Is it like the Beatles because there's 4 of them?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
okay.
basically
Okay.
yeah.
I was just saying that. Oh, there he is!
Ah, what is that?
Well, not him, of
no,
course.
that one, yeah, that
That's
one
brown.
Is, yeah, it's not the
That's just,
albino one.
is that Big Jebediah or whatever his name is?
I think it was, yeah. Yeah, that's why he became a legend.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's Big Jeb.
Okay.
Maybe was Big Jeb married to...
Possibly. We don't know. We don't know the identity of the husband of the original story. Okay.
How old is that guitar player?
He is
On the
yeah,
left.
probably 50 to 90.
Looks like someone's grandmother.
Yeah, all of these people look like somebody's grandparents. And then we also have the Porkies playing this song live at Mary Linda's birthday party.
Who's this Mary Linda?
She had a birthday. Eventually, yeah, she did.
Great, just some influential woman.
No, not
Look at that little
necessarily
guy. What's up, buddy?
influential. That lady doesn't know like she knows what's happening.
What
Yeah.
is this?
But look at every single person in this birthday party has a mustache, even the ladies. that person just got a mega hat on.
Somehow.
Yeah. Back in time. Everybody's hiding their face. They're all embarrassed to be in this YouTube video.
Well, this is... When was this shot? This looks...
2000... Let me see. It was... Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, it was in the 90s. It was just uploaded very
This got to be early 90s, or the 90s didn't hit Murphysboro till way late.
Yeah, but look at that old smiling man in the background. And a bunch of disheveled, grumpy ladies. They all have white hair.
None of them care about this.
No. Well, no, they know about the big money monster. They were children whenever the tale was born.
Whenever the tale was born.
Yeah.
Wait, was Mary Lindahl
I think she may have been.
the lady?
Okay, I think it's time to take some viewer calls now.
Okay, yeah.
I'm curious if anyone out there watching has some first-hand experience with the Murphysboro mud monster.
Hey, Joe and Trevor. My name is Jake.
Hey, Jake. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, hi Jake, what do you have to tell us?
I've actually seen the mud monster back when I was dating a girl from Murphysboro.
Oh, wow.
Wow, interesting. How close did you get?
What did it look like? Was it all... Did he look like an ape or more like a bear or like a man or something?
Did he leave muddy handprints on the window?
Oh, boys, I got real close. This thing stunk like cattle shit. I was staying at her place and got up to go to the bathroom. When I got back into the bedroom, I could see him standing outside the window just staring at her. And let me tell you, he had a massive cockhead.
Oh, well, I mean, he's a big creature, so...
You know what they say, large foot size, large packer.
You've already said that once tonight, Joe.
No, I know, but it may have not aired. I don't know. It
Jake-
is live, I suppose.
Jake, what happened once you got done in the restroom? What happened?
Did you suck his dick?
Joe?
What? No. Don't hang up.
Well, I started shouting at it and scared it real good. It was howling up a storm and began to pound on the side of the house, flinging mud and fecal matter all over the siding. And then I'll never forget, that penis tip rose out of its filthy fur to present a foot-long lily-white beast dong.
All right. This is the jerk-off.
Excuse me, this is my show!
Yeah, and
This is my show!
I can shut you down in a second.
Oh, I'll shut your ass!
Joe, that's enough. Jake, thank you for calling in, but I believe we lost your connection.
Caller's gone.
Thank you.
All right, fine. Let's get into the most recent sighting. So, the following story comes from a single interview done in the fall of 2018. Almost 1 year after Jacob Blythe's sighting of the Murphysboro mud monster. Jacob, a 24-year-old recent college graduate, was interviewed by his former college newspaper, the Daily Illini. The Daily Illini.
Illini?
The Daily Illini. The paper was doing a story on the legacy of the famed legend of the Murphysboro mud monster when they hit the jackpot with Jacob's tale. Jacob was the only individual willing to participate in the interview. Everyone else involved did not return the paper's emails or phone calls.
No! Damn it.
June 19, 2017. Jacob was about to begin the first leg of the historic Lewis and Clark expedition.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Along with 3 of his fellow history graduates, Tom Gunther, Phil Staples, and Jeremy Gast. The foursome planned to embark on a kayak from St. Louis, Missouri to the Pacific coast via the Missouri River.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how you take it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone had moved back to their home states after graduation, so they flew back to Illinois via the Southern Illinois Airport, 6 miles from Murphysboro, Illinois.
Okay.
It was decided that they would stay at the Super 8 motel in town before taking off for St. Louis on the morning of June 20th. Their flights arrived earlier than expected, so they decided that with some time to kill, they should get some early evening kayak practice on the Big Muddy River. A decision that would change their lives forever.
That sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They pushed off from the Riverside Park at 5 p.m. After making it just 1 mile down the river, Tom noticed a large, shadowy figure lurking by the water. Yep. Before he could point it out to the group, it was gone. Jacob would later recount in the only interview ever giving about the event.
Tom swore he saw something by the plant. We laughed it off and assumed he was just a lightweight. We were drinking on the river after all, but we had only just cracked open our past blue ribbons.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
They didn't like chase him down the river or something?
No, just looking. It likes to look a lot. It's got large peepers. After making it another mile down the river, Jacob and Phil's kayak would topple over after striking a rock.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, it hit a rock.
That's no good.
No, that's no good on a kayak trip.
Were they injured or anything? Did that like...
The group was able to make their way to the southern riverbank with their damaged kayak in tow, but it now had a large gash in it. Jacob, Tom, and Jeremy stood on the riverbank and waited for Phil to make his way out of the water. Jacob went on to state,
Phil was just standing there in the chest-deep river, staring at the other bank. He wasn't moving, just standing there with his back towards us. It was unnerving. He finally turned and managed to point to some thick brush along the bank opposite to us. He said, "It's watching us."
Did anyone else see it?
No, just Philip. The trio scoured the brush and tree line, but were unable to spot anything. Phil continued to just stare and point, and after a minute of this, Jeremy trudged into the water to pull Phil out. Jacob went on to detail.
Jeremy was just really pissed. He wanted to get back to the hotel, so he just grabbed Phil and pulled him out of the river. That's when Phil started barking about seeing a looming beast in the brush and trees, just staring at us. Again, we should have believed him, but even Tom was skeptical after what he had saw, because when Phil made it to the bank of the river, we realized he had lost his swimsuit and was mid-shit in the river. We just assumed he was trying to hide what he was doing, but in retrospect, he shit that river out of fear.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the...
No, that's not the end of the tale.
Thank God.
There's
Okay.
more.
Oh, please continue.
Okay. Later that night, around 10 p.m., tensions were high after the group made it back to the hotel.
Yeah, okay.
No one could decide on where to go for dinner. They decided on pizza, but Tom was gluten intolerant and it upset his stomach. They couldn't decide on a good time to leave in the morning. Jeremy wanted to leave at daybreak, but no one could decide what daybreak actually meant. And Phil wanted time to eat at the continental breakfast in the morning.
What the fuck is this show?
Lastly, they couldn't decide on the sleeping arrangements. Jacob, who had made the reservation, had failed to realize that the studio suite only had one king-size bed. 4 men, 2 rooms, and 2 beds was just not enough. Jacob tried to lay in the mood and to rectify his mistake by taking everyone out for beers. It was at the local dive bar where Tom decided to reveal a secret he had been hiding. Jacob explained.
Jeremy and I were making fun of Phil and Tom for being scared by nothing when Tom pulled his phone out. As we were walking our kayaks back along the river, Tom had noticed some large footprints that led into the nearby Murphysboro State Park and had taken a picture of them.
Of the footprint?
Of the footprints, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Then what happened?
There is also a picture of a small tuft of murky white hair. Tom was adamant that it was probably from the thing he had been seeing.
Ooh, looks like we're getting another call.
Ooh.
Let's see who wants to jam up the line.
No, don't discourage them, Joe. That's the whole point of this.
I was in the middle of a story. What do you want, caller?
Caller, what is your name? Thank you for calling in tonight.
Yeah, hi, I'm Gavin, and I can't understand a fucking thing Joe is saying.
Well, I'm putting an accent on it on purpose.
What, was Jacob from the South?
Yeah, Southern Illinois, yes.
No, dipshit, all you said was he went to school there. Where is he actually from?
I don't know. He didn't say in the research I did. I don't know.
Great job, Machiavelli.
No, I'm not a shit historian. I did the research. He didn't say. He wants to stay his home state anonymous.
Yeah, well, I can't wait for this shit to get canceled like your last show,
No,
idiot.
I don't. No, next!
Hey,
next
all right, yeah, kill the call,
Get that off!
Joe, bring it down, come on.
Tom was adamant that it was probably from the thing he had seen. We didn't get to discuss it further as the bartender interrupted us to point out that our rental car was being towed. Jeremy had double parked over 2 handicapped spots and also left the car in neutral. So at some point it had backed up and knocked over an elderly veteran in his electric scooter.
But there's more to the story. I'll continue.
Okay. God.
It was close to midnight when the foursome returned to the hotel. It had begun to rain, and the wind outside was picking up speed.
Ooh.
They all agreed to go straight to sleep and discuss it in the morning, whether or not to continue the journey the next day.
Okay.
As Jacob lay in his bed, wide awake, he noticed a faint thudding sound. Every 15 seconds, there was a slow grind and a thud.
Boom. All right.
All right.
Great. Yeah.
After several minutes of hearing this noise, he decided to venture out into the hallway.
Cool.
As soon as he opened the door to his room, the unmistakable sight of muddy footprints along the hallway floor caught his eye. Yeah, you know what's coming.
Hell yeah.
He followed where they came from down the other end of the hall, where he discovered that a cleaning cart was stuck in the middle of the elevator doors, not allowing them to close.
It was at that moment that I realized everything was really quiet in the hotel. I went down to the lobby, no one was there. I went down to the pool and nobody was there. I went down to the breakfast/conference room and no one was there.
But I did see the muddy handprints on the lobby doors and another tuft of white hair stuck in a toppled over luggage cart. Then, the scream happened. Jacob ran upstairs, noticing the tracks led directly towards the screaming. As Jacob hit the top of the stairs, he ran into Tom, and together they realized that the screams were coming from Phil and Jeremy's room. The door of their room was wide open and slathered in mud.
Oh shit.
Together they ran into the room to find a giant muddy beast standing over Phil's bed.
Oh.
It was the smell. The smell is what we noticed first. It was horrid. It was like sewage runoff that had cooked in the sun. After what felt like years, it turned to us, and that's when we saw its blood-red eyes. Its face was obscured by darkness, but we could still see those eyes. Oh, and Jeremy was nowhere to be seen. We noticed that third.
Oh shit, did it eat Jeremy?
Phil continued to scream his head off before the beast smashed the second-story window. Jacob and Tom ran to the window with just enough time to see the monster run into the darkness of the nearby park.
Mysterious.
After it took off, we ran over to Phil. He was in shock. All we got out of him was that when he woke up, he saw the hulking monster standing in the corner staring at him. It would be a week later before I learned that I would be charged for several hours of pornographic purchases made in Phil's room. He says he has no idea what they could be about, but I knew. He J.O.'d on my dime.
What about the Jeremy? What about the missing guy and the monster?
Well, we're going to get to that.
Okay.
Ooh, looks like we've got another comment coming in.
Cool. Okay, let's see it.
Bad Boy Buck Lover says, "This story is as fake as Joe's tits." Really? Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, thanks a lot. The remaining trio was convinced that Jeremy had been killed or taken by the beast.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
They tried to alert the PD, who explained that every few years someone calls in about the Murphysboro mud monster, but nothing ever comes of it. They weren't going to do anything about it and suggested they stop drinking for the night.
I couldn't believe it. The police weren't going to do anything. They just kept saying, urban legend, urban legend, urban legend. Not once did they care that our friend was missing. Sure, it turned out Jeremy had caught Phil masturbating and then immediately turned around, booked and taken a flight home within the hour. But for all we knew, he was dead and they couldn't care less.
Okay.
It was decided after learning that Jeremy was halfway back to Denver that the remaining members of the expedition would abandon their plans, return home, and never discuss what had transpired that night. A recurring nightmare of that evening's events began to haunt Jacob, and it was then that he began to seek answers on online forums, and eventually this very interview. Jacob ended with,
I'm still haunted by it. The muddy footprints, those red eyes, the smell, and the bills for the smashed window, cleanup, porn, and 1/4 of the rental car tickets and insurance premium. I will never forget what happened that night.
The end.
So it's a hallucination?
No!
Was he drunk?
Well, it can't be a hallucination because there was mud all over the floor and they had to clean it up.
So who was it? Was it the thing?
The witnesses are unreliable. They were a little bit intoxicated, but maybe they did see the Murphysboro mud monster. We'll never know.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, Trevor, do you know what time it is?
No.
It's time to debunk this myth or mystery!
Oh, I didn't know you guys. Okay, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think really happened in this town all those years ago?
I think it was either that lady's husband in like a big suit or something, or like a bear. I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of these stories don't really involve a sighting.
Well, sure, yeah, it's either a smell or a footprint.
It's just like, oh, something smells. Like, things smell all the time. You smell, I smell.
Yeah.
Smells come and go.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think?
I think it may have been a large white dog, or a teen with like
Very large white dog.
Wow, they're drunk.
Doesn't matter. Yes, or
Yeah.
a teen, you said?
A teen with like a foot on a stick and white mask.
Oh, to make the foot. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, to make the foot. Okay, yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, like
Sure.
maybe he carved up like a large wooden foot and
Yeah.
pressed it in the
You
mud
can
a
make
couple times.
Yeah, you can make a thing.
Yeah. Oh, and what do you think happened specifically with the most recent sighting?
That I have no idea. Initially, I thought that Jeremy was the missing guy, right?
Yes.
Initially, I thought he had some sort of a suit or something. Like we saw,
Maybe he was playing pranks.
we saw that there's some kind of a suit that goes around to the carnivals or festivals, whatever that was.
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought maybe he used to do that. He was the guy in the suit. He brought it along as like a prank or something.
Yeah.
Something like that, you know.
Maybe he played the hairy lady at the carnival.
That's a possibility too, I guess.
Yeah.
But then I guess it was just that he was jerking off and...
Sure, on the pay-per-view. So, Trevor, what do you think? Is this myth fact or fiction?
I have to say fiction. I really don't think that there is a giant stinky beast stalking the people. Not even looking at the people of Murphysboro. I just... there's not enough evidence there. All of these...
Oh, okay.
Stories and sightings, it's very easy to think of like of another option.
Yeah. Like that may have been fog.
That is also plausible.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There's nothing, in my opinion, there's nothing in these stories that is like impossible or very even difficult to pull off with just like a couple of pranksters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, Trevor, I think it's fact and you can go fuck yourself.
Okay, well that's the end of the show.
We may not have solved any mysteries today, but the quest for the truth lives on. I'm Joe Buckley.
And I'm Trevor McCandless.
And we're the Midnight Myths and Mystery Boys.
Host, Joe.
Boys. We got big dick.